The council chamber of the Oryx Confederation smelled of polished stone and pride. Holograms flickered in the air, projections of every known species arrayed in neat lines, their delegates bristling with the arrogance of civilization that had conquered half the spiral arm. And there, near the back, almost ignored, sat humanity. No throne carved from crystal, no guards in ceremonial armor, just one man in a plain uniform with the emblem of Earth stitched across his chest. His name was Elias, and by the looks of the chamber, most thought him less a representative and more a curiosity. The Confederation had deemed humanity harmless decades ago. Low-grade predators, limited claws, fragile skeletal density, emotional instability. That was the official assessment. They had been granted observer status, a token gesture. Some aliens whispered they were kept around simply because it amused the council to see how long such frail creatures could survive among titans. That illusion shattered the day a cub wandered into the wrong place. The cub belonged to the Vrake, a species feared across the stars. They were apex predators, razor spines running down their backs, jaws capable of crushing armored prey, strength enough to snap stone. Their young, though smaller, were still dangerous. And this one, curious and reckless, had slinked away from its caretakers and wandered into the lower gardens of the council station. Their cage for study was a live specimen of the Drell, a beast from the death world Thazra, infamous even among hardened soldiers. It was a predator that hunted other predators, a mass of muscle, claws like plasma hooks, eyes burning with perpetual hunger. No one noticed the cub unlatch the energy gate. No one noticed it step inside the pen. The scream came first, sharp and high. The chamber guards reacted too late. By the time the alarms lit, the cub was face to face with the Drell. The beast lunged. Witnesses would later swear the air cracked with its roar. Claws arced toward the small body. The council chamber erupted in panic as a feed from the gardens appeared on every screen. Delegates shouted. Some covered their eyes. Others cursed the guards for their incompetence. Then silence, because the feed did not show blood. It showed a human child standing where no human should be. Elias's daughter, Anna. She had slipped from his quarters unnoticed, carrying the stubborn curiosity only a child could. Somehow, she had ended up in the same garden. Somehow, she was there when the predator leapt. And somehow, impossibly, she caught it. The Drell's claw had swiped the cub, but Anna, without hesitation, had seized the beast by its throat with both small hands. Not with fear, not even with struggle. She laughed. The sound was bright, unafraid, echoing like sunlight in the chamber where hardened warlords now sat frozen. The Drell thrashed, twisting, snarling, but the girl held firm. Not because she was stronger. No child could outmuscle such a monster. But because of the angles. Humans, in their strange, instinctive way, understood leverage, balance, force. Where any other species would collapse into terror, Anna shifted her weight, dug her heels into the soil, and twisted just enough to unseat the predator's momentum. It stumbled. She shoved, and the galaxy's nightmare hit the ground with a stunned grunt. Gasps rippled through the council. "Impossible!" hissed the scaled representative of the Drelith. "She should be dead." "She is a cub," stammered another. "They are harmless." But Anna was already clambering onto the beast's back, giggling as if she had just found a new playground toy. She tugged at its spines like reins. The Drell bucked, but each time the girl adjusted, moving with it, never releasing her grip, and the Vrake cub, the one everyone had thought doomed, stared wide-eyed at the human beside it, then began to mimic her laughter. Two children, predator and prey, sharing joy where death should have ruled. Guards rushed in, weapons drawn, but Elias's voice cut across the chamber. "Calm. Cold. Don't." The council turned toward him. The human who had always sat in silence now radiated command. His eyes never left the screen as he spoke. "She is my daughter, and she is human. Do you see now?" The chamber erupted in chaos. Delegates shouting, demanding explanations. "Trickery," some cried. "Unnatural mutation," others hissed. But the recording was clear, the evidence undeniable. One of the elder counselors, a six-limbed scholar whose people prided themselves on cataloging biology, whispered in horror, leverage, reflex, endurance, their physiology combined with unpredictability. They are not weak. They are unshackled. Elias stood, his voice carrying like steel. You believed us harmless because we lack claws and fangs, because our skin tears, because our bones break. But you never understood. We learned to use the world itself as our weapon. Fire, stone, metal, mathematics, momentum. Even as children, we test danger with laughter. We turn predators into playthings. And when grown, we do the same to empires. The council chamber fell silent. Every species present could feel it, the shift in weight, the turning of tides. The Vrake cub had been saved, the Drell subdued not by armies or technology, but by a laughing child. And the galaxy realized in that moment that humanity's danger was not in their weapons, but in their nature. Fearless curiosity, relentless adaptability, the refusal to bow even to death. The guards eventually separated Anna from Predator, though she pouted at losing her new pet. The Vrake caretakers, shaken, offered stiff gratitude. But the council as a whole saw only one truth now. The species they had dismissed, overlooked, underestimated, was something else entirely. After the session, whispers spread across the station. Stories mutated, exaggerated, but the core remained the same. A human cub wrestled a predator and laughed. The myth was already growing. Soldiers repeated it in barracks. Scholars scribbled furiously to revise old treatises, and Warlord began to calculate new strategies with uneasy expressions. Elias took Anna by the hand and left the chamber without ceremony. He had said what needed saying. The galaxy had seen what needed showing. Humanity was no longer harmless. And in the dark corners of Confederation, where enemies plotted and rivals schemed, one thought rose again and again, chilling them deeper than any weapon could. If this is what their children can do by accident, what will their armies do on purpose?